Happy Monday, my purple banditos, and welcome back to more Pokemon Black 2 Randomizer Nuzlocke. I'm PurpleRodri. Last time we made our way to Mistralton City after exploring Chargestone Cave. Sadly, things didn't go that great in Chargestone Cave, and we lost two Pokemon. We lost Wasp and Rogue, who have been replaced with Ghost and Sparky Jr. So I'd like you guys to welcome Ghost and Sparky Jr. to our team. We now have an Ice-type and an Electric-type Pokemon, and I've gone ahead and trained up our Pokemon a bit, so I think our Pokemon are going to be pretty good here inside of Chargestone Cave. Round 2, you could say. We're going to check the second half of this cave and see what kind of items we can find in this place, because there's still a bunch of trainers around here, and we're going to make sure that we battle them. It's also a good opportunity to give some of our new Pokemon a chance, so let's see what our boy Ghost can do. We're going to be going up against a Noctowl, and this turns out to be a pretty good situation for us, so let's go ahead and send out Ghost and see what this big old bear can do, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited to have this big bear on our team. I think it's going to be very cool. I've never used a bear tick before. I really haven't. So having one here is going to be a whole lot of fun. Also, having Luxio, Sparky Jr. now joining us as well is going to be very beneficial for our team. I also want to give you guys a very big thank you for all of your tips and your comments. Make sure you go ahead and click that like button. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and join the Purple Banditos today. This Noctowl is putting up a good fight here, but we are going to take it down with the slash. And there we have it. Sometimes you gotta go ahead and go for the slash. That's how life goes. Mesprit's gonna be coming out. That's pretty cool seeing a Mesprit out here. Looks like Joy has some company. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out to Dory, who also does have a couple new moves. So you'll be seeing some new moves on our Pokemon, because as I do train them, I do mix up their movesets a little bit. So let's go ahead and take a look. We do have Toxic Spikes, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you guys are excited for that, because combining Toxic Spikes with some Venom Shocking, it should do a lot of damage to our opponents, and it's gonna be a very, very good combo. This Mesprit is gonna go for the Protect. I thought we were going to do a little bit more damage to it, but that is a-okay. I also hope you guys are having a good week. I just had a really crazy week. I spent the week with my cousins who were here visiting from El Salvador. So my cousin Jerry and then my cousin Denise were visiting, and I had the chance to show them around Orlando. You know, I live in a theme park city, so there's so many attractions all over the place that I had to take some time to show them off and, you know, go look at some of that cool stuff. And that is what we ended up doing, and I'm really thankful that I had the chance to spend some time with my cousins. I don't get to see them very often, so the fact that they flew out here from El Salvador is very cool. And I'm just really thankful that we got to spend the time together. It was a lot of fun. We got to do a lot of different things. But I want to tell you guys a quick little story about one of those things that we did do while we're fighting this little Mesprit, which I think Sparky Jr. is going to be able to take down. So there we have it, guys. We pulled that off, and that's going to be giving us some major XP. But before we do go any further, Sparky Jr. has grown to level 30, ladies and gentlemen, and that is what we were looking for. So I told you we were going to take the day to go into the caves, explore around, find some things, and also get our Pokemon trained up a little bit. So with that, what? Sparky Jr. is evolving. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for our little Luxio that we just caught to evolve already, which is going to be pretty cool. The more Pokemon we have evolved, the better. You know what I'm saying, Dory? Cross your fingers for a Moonstone. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we now have a Luxray. Congratulations, our Sparky Jr. evolved into Luxray. With that, we are back at it with Sparky. We now have Sparky Jr., the Luxray, and this is going to be a heck of an adventure. I got to tell you, those Pokemon that we just added are very strong, and I think it's going to give us a very good type advantage. So this is the path that takes you back. So cool, at least they have a little shortcut out of here. But we're going to look around a little bit further. I knew there was going to be some Pokeballs hiding around here. Whenever you see a cave this big, there's got to be more to it. And I have a feeling that we're going to find some good items here. Something that is going to come in clutch. Something that's going to help us, because we haven't had the chance to find too many crazy items as of so far. Let's go ahead and jump into this battle then and see what we can do. As I was telling you guys, though, I got to hit up a lot of attractions with my cousins, a lot of theme parks, a lot of crazy things. And I'm going to tell you guys the story of when we went to medieval times. So it was earlier in the week. We had the chance to go to medieval times. It's around 7 p.m. when they do the whole dinner thing. You know, they do the whole dinner show. And if you guys don't know what medieval times is, it's basically like a Renaissance fair style dinner show. So, you know, knights are going at it, that type of thing. You know, they're going to go lance at each other and do all those types of knight things and, you know, all those medieval things. So that's pretty much what medieval times is. Now, I never had the chance to go, but this was going to be my first time, so I was really excited, and I know my cousins were definitely very excited. So, you know, we headed out there, we drove out there. It's pretty close to where I live. So it's about 30 minutes out. We drove down to medieval times. We got there. The castle is huge. It's really, really cool. If any of you guys have ever had the chance to go during one of your vacations, or if you're from Florida or something, it's a pretty cool castle. You walk in, there's like a bunch of armor sets stacked around all over the place. So it's a pretty cool setting. You know, immediately you feel like you are back in those medieval times. Someone put a sword in my hand and let me go slay a dragon. You know what I'm talking about, guys? That is what it felt like. So you are there, you're chilling, and I remember we are walking in, and at that moment, I'm wearing a red shirt, right? I'm wearing a red shirt. I don't know why. Just the shirt I was wearing. I just picked out a red shirt. And then, you know, we walk in, and the guy tells us that we're going to be seated at the Red Knight table. We're going to be cheering for the Red Knight. So I'm like, cool, man. This must be a coincidence. I'm wearing a red shirt. We get seated with the Red Knight. I'm like, this is really cool. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. So we get there. We sit down. It's a really cool experience to just be sitting there and to just watch all these knights riding around on horses. So it's kind of like the pre-show where they're just running around, you know, doing their thing, just warming up the horses or whatever it is they do. And then, you know, we eat some dinner, which was great. You got to pretty much go with the whole Renaissance experience. You got to eat it with your hands, do that whole thing. And then we get to the Knights tournament. I think that was the highlight of the night. That's where it was leading to, the Knights tournament. So I think there was an odd number of knights. I think it was like 9 knights or something. You know, some number like that. And then they start going into the tournament. So you see them all come out. They all greet each other. And I noticed that there was this red knight getting along with this yellow knight. So they were friends. They were definitely bros. And you could just tell, like, you know, the way everybody was lined up and talking, like, who got along with who. So anyways, these guys go back in. And then the tournament truly begins. These knights are going at it. Eventually, that yellow knight comes out. And he's fighting some evil dude. And he gets knocked out. So then out of nowhere, you know, we're here with the Red Knight table. And we're like, what is going on? All of a sudden, the Red Knight comes out to step up for his friend and, you know, defends him. And they start going at it. You know, they start fighting. The two knights go at it with swords. And they're riding around horses, hitting each other with swords. It was pretty intense. I got to tell you guys, those fight scenes are pretty crazy. These guys had so many different weapons they were using. They were using maces and long swords and swords and dual wielding. It was pretty intense. So anyways, the Red Knight comes out here to defend his friend, the Yellow Knight. He's out there, you know, defending, fighting, I don't know, the Black and White Knight or something. And he ends up beating him, right? Which is very, very cool. Which means that, you know, he ended up winning the tournament. So he ends up winning the tournament, defends his yellow friend, which I thought was really cool. And then he gets to face the King's Executioner, right? So this is where it gets crazy, guys. He's facing the King's Executioner next. So the knight is out there by himself. I'm yelling at the top of my lungs at this point because the Red Knight's doing great. The story's fantastic, you know, straight out of Game of Thrones, I'm telling you guys. The writers from medieval times could be working for Game of Thrones. You know, HBO should hit them up, get a contract going, you know, one of those situations. So anyways, we get the Red Knight up there about to fight the Executioner. The Executioner comes out with 2 knights to his side. You know, he's got his 2 knights to his side. There's nothing you can do. And, you know, at the beginning of this, you saw all of the knights come out, as I told you guys. And they were circling around, and they had their little squires. You know, their little flag boys carrying around their little flags and everything, right? So the Red Knight at this point is there at the end, about to fight the Executioner. The Executioner has 2 people up on him. And we're fighting a Reggie Steele, by the way, guys. So this couldn't get much more intense here. But I think we're going to be able to take it down. I'm not too worried because Untitled is an absolute beast. So continuing on, the Executioner runs up to the Red Knight, and the Red Knight's surrounded. This is a 3-on-1 right now. But then out of nowhere, ladies and gentlemen, the Red Knight rushes at the other knight, and then out of nowhere, his flag boy comes in, picks up a sword, and the other 2 knights run around. So we have the Red Knight 1-on-1ing the Executioner. The other 2 knights are on the flag boy. The flag boy has a sword, and he's sitting there 2v1ing these 2 knights. And I just start yelling at the top of my lungs. I'm like, let's go, flag boy! Flag boy 2v1! Let's go! And I have to tell you, it was probably one of the hypest things I've ever seen in my life. This flag boy comes out of nowhere, starts 2v1ing, and with that, allows his knight to defeat the Executioner. Absolutely amazing story. You know, the red table was completely freaking out. I know I was freaking out. I knew it was going to be that cool. I knew it was meant to be from the moment I noticed I was wearing a red shirt. And we got placed at the Red Knight's table. So just a fun story I wanted to share with you guys. The people were sitting next to me too at the table just a little bit down. They were also yelling at the top of their lungs at that point. Everybody was yelling. They were just like, flag boy! Flag boy! and it was one of the funniest things. You know, it was just such a funny experience. I don't think I've ever seen a flag boy step up like that, and I don't think I'll ever forget that. It was a really cool thing. So we are now here in a 3v3 battle, ladies and gentlemen. We've been battling a lot of people down here in the Chargestone Cave, but I feel like we've been doing pretty good. We've done some 3v3s before, so I actually feel pretty good about this one because it is a Tepig and a Squirtle. So if it was any other Pokemon, maybe some fully evolved Pokemon, I'd probably be worrying a little bit more. But for now, we're going to keep Joy up in front. We're going to have Joy just pack a bunch of damage onto these Pokemon because I also do feel like Joy can hold out. For once in a 3v3, it's like we're the ones that are going to be putting out some damage. Maybe knocking out some Pokemon. Because this time around, we're the ones with the Legendary. Sometimes we forget we have a Legendary on our team. We got to use that to the best of our abilities. So let's see what we can do here against all these Pokemon. So we got the Squirrel and the Vanillix almost down. Let's go ahead and heal up, though. I'm going to go ahead and use a Hyper Potion on Joy. Bring Joy back up to speed. Full speed. Get everything going. And there we go. So we are also pretty even in levels, you could say. It's kind of cool seeing this. But, you know, what's going to be even cooler is knocking out these Pokemon and ensuring a W here. So none of our Pokemon get knocked out. We've already had a lot of Pokemon knocked out in this adventure. So we're going to keep playing it safe. And we're going to keep trying to make sure we don't lose this thing. All right, so the Tepig is down into the yellow. Going for the Flamethrower, though, which I think we're going to be able to tank. Let's just keep dropping the confusions. Whoever is going to be up in front is going to start getting knocked out. So with that, the Tepig is down. That is the first Pokemon. That was a pretty easy one. And next up, it looks like it's going to be the little Squirtle. I'm just going to keep going for it. Sparky Jr. is gaining levels, which is good. So the XP share on Sparky Jr. has been helping us a whole lot. I think by next time, probably Sparky Jr. is going to be like level 34, 35. Really high up there, and we'll be able to come in here and drop some crazy electric moves. So let's go ahead and take down this little Squirtle. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have just about done it. So that was a pretty easy 3v3 battle. We pulled it off. No casualties. I'll take it. We defeated the Ace Trainer. And with that, we're going to continue to keep exploring here through Chargestone Cave. So as you guys can see, we bumped into some pretty cool things down here in Chargestone Cave. That's why it's worth it to come back around and to do some battling and to do some things. You got to go back and explore everything that you can, especially in a Randomizer Nuzlocke. So let's go ahead and see what else I'm going to be able to find around here. I think our Pokemon are pretty good right now. There's this guy right here. I don't know. He didn't really challenge us or anything. Let's get this Pokeball, though. We got ourselves a Power Weight. That's okay. I'm hoping for some TMs, maybe something even crazier than that. But let's jump into another battle and see what we can do, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you guys have been having a good week as well. As I told you, I've just been out and about going on all these crazy attractions and all these trips. But it also feels good to get back here and to play some Pokemon with you guys. It is Labor Day, so it's also been a pretty nice, relaxing day. I dropped off my cousin Jerry this morning very, very early at the airport. And since then, I've just kind of been, you know, hanging out, enjoying my day, and making the most of it. Spending some time with Spot, which is very, very cool. Love spending time with Spot. He's a good little dog. He's always just laying around next to me whenever I get the chance to play some Pokemon. He just, you know, likes to lay there next to me and just listen sometimes. I think that's pretty cool. It's good company. So let's see what we can do here against this Arcanine. Just hang in there, Joy. We flinched? Really? Come on. Let's go for one more. And that should take down the Arcanine, ladies and gentlemen. Wonder how many more battles we're going to have down in this place. Sparky Jr. is at 33, though. I think I'm going to go ahead and give our boy Sparky Jr. a chance. So let's go ahead and bring Sparky Jr. out here. And let's see what Sparky Jr. can do. Also, Sparky Jr. is a female. I totally forgot about that. So you go, girl. You do you, Sparky Jr. Let's see what you can land here for us. Let's see what you can do. The Shadow Punch shouldn't do that much, but I think the Bite is going to do a whole lot. And now we are officially higher level in this level 32 Gengar. So we got Sparky Jr. fully caught up, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking good for this adventure. We got Ghost, Sparky Jr. ready to go. And we defeated Hiker Jeremy. See you later, Hiker. You know, see you around, man. Always good to see you. Always a pleasure around here. So don't think there is much else. Is that really about it down here? So it looks like we have done just about everything that we could down inside of this place, which is pretty cool. I gotta tell you guys, I thought that there was gonna be a little bit more, but at least we were able to find some pretty good items in this place, and I'll take those items. The more items, the merrier. The more TMs, the better, and that's kind of how things are going to go. Don't know why Bianca is still down here. Bianca, you might just want to run out of this place. You know, it's getting a little dark up in here. It's getting a little bit scary inside of Chargestone Cave. So let's go ahead and make our own way out of here, ladies and gentlemen. And it is time for us to explore a little bit of Mistralton City. But before we do explore Mistralton City, we're going to go ahead and heal up our Pokemon a little bit. Let's see how our Pokemon are doing. Let's see how Nurse Joy is doing. You know what, Nurse Joy, I got to tell you, something about you just reminds me of one of my Pokemon. I'm not even talking about Joy. I'm talking about Ghost and his cold heart. Because you know what I'm talking about, Nurse Joy? Because you never say anything nice to us. Let's go ahead and get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We are not going to be messing around with these Nurse Joys today. And it looks like, ooh, how's it going?
Hi there, Rodri. It's nice to finally be able to talk to you in person. I'm Professor Juniper. You accepted the Pokedex and came all the way out here with your partners. Here, I'll voucher your progress for you.
So cool. With that, guys, it looks like we have met Professor Juniper, who's going to be helping us out and who has just given us a Master Ball. Wow, I'll take a Master Ball. That is very, very cool. We could definitely use that. Let's hope we run into some really strong Pokemon in the next couple patches of grass. Who knows what we'll bump into? Let's hope that it's something that we can use the Master Ball on.
Professor Juniper! Why, this is Skylar! This is Skylar. She's Mistralton City's gym leader. Why are you surprised, Professor? You did ask for a lift in my plane to cross Twist Mountain, since you can't reach Upper Lucid City by foot. Oh, you're right, but I have a quick favor to ask first. I want to look at Celestial Tower. Do you mind waiting until I'm through? See you, Rodri. Be sure to always get along with all kinds of Pokemon.
See you later, Professor Juniper. Take it easy. We might catch you over there at that tower.
Honestly, I can't tell if she's just laid back if she's not paying attention to anything outside her head. Apple sure doesn't fall far from the tree. What's next? Are you coming to my gym to challenge me? Or are you gonna follow the professor to Celestial Tower and do some training? As long as I get to battle with a strong trainer, I'm fine either way.
So with that, we have two different paths that we can take, ladies and gentlemen. We got a crossroads here in Mistralton City, so we are going to have a lot of choices to make. Let's take a look around Mistralton, though. As I told you guys, I'm going to try to explore everything that we can around this place, pick up every item that we can. Very cool to see a little ducklet here. Throwback there for another Randomizer Nuzlocke that we've had, guys. So I had a little ducklet as a starter before, so it's cool to bump into one here. It's kind of how things go. Let's check inside of this little tower, though. Are there any items around here? Or anybody cool to talk to? Anybody watching anything cool on TV? What do you guys got on here? You guys got a rerun of Game of Thrones? That's cool, man. You guys enjoy the show. You know, do your thing. You never know what can pop up on that. And it doesn't look like there is much else here, ladies and gentlemen. So that's about it inside of this place. But I know that there are going to be some items here where the planes are. So let's run around and see if we can look for them. There's also a couple random people hanging around. So you got to make sure you say hi to them. This guy wants some mulch, it looks like. Okay, so we don't have any mulch right now. Maybe we'll find some and give it to him. Come on, fingers crossed. We got a burn heal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's raining outside and they gave us a burn heal. You're telling me right now this game isn't messing with us a little bit, maybe teasing us a little bit, maybe toying with us a little bit? It's raining out. Why would we need a burn heal right now? Let's just go ahead and keep going around here, see what else we can find. With that, we got ourselves TM47 low sweep. That is a pretty good TM. So very cool. We did finally find a TM here, ladies and gentlemen. And this is going to be Power 60. It's a fighting type move, low sweep. And that is going to be very, very good. Let me know which Pokemon I should teach that to, because it looks like we are just about ready to enter the next gym. I don't think there's going to be much left for us here to do. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, yes, indeed, the gym is going to be up ahead, as you guys heard. And then we could also make our way to the other tower with the professor. So either way, we're going to have something for us to do. We're going to have to decide on that for next time, and we'll see which one of the forks of the road we are going to take. We can either enter Mistralton City's Pokemon Gym, take on its leader Skyla, the high-flying girl, or we can head to the Celestial Tower with Professor Juniper. We do have a Master Ball now, so let's hope for some really good Pokemon. I'm really excited to see what we can find here in Route 7. So next time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be continuing from here. Make sure you guys leave me some tips and comments on what's coming up. Make sure you go ahead and click that like button. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and join the Purple Banditos today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode tomorrow. Goodbye.